Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Channel. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking EVTLs. Today I would like to cover the most recent financial year 2024 report of Vertical Aerospace. First of all, I would like to say it was very good presentation, the whole earnings call. Not only we got some confident and bold statements, but the actual presentation was very good. It was one of the best earnings calls I've ever watched or listened to. Compared to the most recent one of Joby, it was completely different level. So if you wanna hear some solid presentation, some very good earnings call, look out for more Vertical Aerospace reports. I would like to give you a quick lowdown of what was mentioned in the earnings call. So we reflected on the whole financial year 2024 in various chapters: ownership, certification progress or targets, financial side. We got some information about the actual vehicle. We got information or update on the vehicle manufacturer, test flight phases update and roadmap, business model update, and then at the end I'll update the VAZ eVTOL manufacturer index and I'll give you my conclusion. So let's get on with that, shall we? For the ownership, we got confirmed that Murdoch Capital, who's the latest December 2024 private offering of $90 million, upscaled offering of $90 million, made Murdoch the majority owner of Vertical Aerospace. For the certification update, we are targeting 2028 full UK and European aerospace certification. Why aren't we targeting the FAA certification? I can imagine the CAA and the EUCA certification will be more accessible, especially with the members of the team of Vertical Aerospace they have on board. We got advice that is more complex and more safer. There's a higher safety standard than the FAA certification as well. So probably once you achieve the CAA and the EUCA certification, you sort of have, I don't want to say golden ticket, but you have open door for the full FAA certification because the certification is globally portable. I think there were only two downsides, two red flags, fairly big ones. However, on the earnings call, this is one of them. If you compare to Joby and achr, who are targeting to get their certification next year at the latest, we are 2 years behind. So that is something that could put me off as an investor. For the financial side, the reported cash use in 2024 was about 58 million. That includes the settlement of the court case with Rolls-Royce as well. Projection for 2025, we are looking at 110 to 125 million cash use. On the balance sheet, we have currently around 100 million cash. This is the second red flag, and that is the biggest red flag for the investor we have at the moment. No doubt the management of Vertical Aerospace have something up their sleeve. There are some warrants, there are some convertible notes, there are 2 outstanding tranches as well. No doubt we will make it through 2025 and we'll probably have enough money to get us with the extra money on top of this to first, maybe second quarter of 2026. What is beyond that is currently in question. So something we need to get clarified or sorted fairly quickly. They also advised that the extra, I think it was extra $15 million they raised through there was $15 million extra they raised back in December 2024. This money will be used to accelerate the spendings to de-risk the 2028 certification target. So that's probably the second aircraft, and that's probably upscaling our test flight team. Could be one of the uses of the extra $15 million. We have a set of warrants, convertible notes, and tranches. You will see a massive red number, 668 million negative. That is due to destructuring of the company and the convertible notes. We, as already mentioned, we got $90 million from the most recent offering by Murder Capital. We got $60 extra million on top of that from a new private investor, and then we have extra $25 million in insider funding. This is their founder Fitzpatrick. For the VX4 vehicle, we got some solid information, solid update as well. As Vertical Aerospace mentioned, they are obsessed with safety. There already has been one accident a few years back for Vertical Aerospace, so that's probably something that prompted them and pushed them to focus on safety. But they are claiming they are achieving the highest safety standards within the business compared to their peers, which is Achr and which is Joby. So that's quite interesting. That's a very strong statement for me. I'm very confident. They claim to meet the 10-9 safety standard, which is a safety standard for big or large commercial vehicles, or commercial aircraft. So you can make your own opinion on that. We got strong indication on the vehicle performance. I'll be looking into this later because Vertical Aerospace, the only account or the only social media or traditional media who sort of covers Vertical Aerospace is Vertical Aerospace. So I think I'm here to fill up the void a bit, so you will see much more content on Vertical Aerospace. Please do let me know if you are interested in this. There's a lot of interesting topics. One of these will be the actual vehicle I'll be looking into. It's a very interesting topic. So we got strong indication on the vehicle and performance, and it looks that it's not gonna be playing the second fiddle compared to Joby and Achr, looking at the numbers. And also we got confirmed that we can take up to 4 passengers, and there have been a lot of people asking, can we take on board any luggage, and do we have any storage space for the luggage? There's been one particular person who's been extremely annoying, who doesn't ask any other question. Can the aircraft take 4 passengers, and can they take their luggage on board, and can the aircraft safely lift and carry out 20-mile trip? Well, there's your indication. You can take on board up to 30 kg of your luggage, which is sort of your traditional concept of check-in bag and a carry-on luggage. So you have 4 passengers and additional up to 120 kg of your luggage. For the vehicle manufacturer, we got some interesting update. We are currently building second testing vehicle. This is very interesting and important news. Having second vehicle is sort of doubling our output of our testing data. They claimed they look or they harvest data from 30 million points through the flight. Through every second they claim data or harvest data from 30 million different points on the aircraft every second. So if you look at this, the unbelievable amount of data, you are now sort of doubling it as well with your second vehicle. Vertical Aerospace are also focusing on piloted testing. I can see massive advantage. One, you put extra stress on safety from your day one, and also you are sort of ruling out this intermediate step between your remote control testing flight and your piloted flight. So that transition could take easily. You'll be using your intellectual resources, you'll be using your financial resources, you'll be losing your time. So you are ruling out this little step, which can take anywhere between, I don't know, a couple of months and probably even half a year. So that is very positive news for me. And also, you get extra feedback from the pilot. You're not only relying on your sensors, you get your feedback from your pilot as well. And the chief testing pilot actually claimed the vehicle is very easy to operate and flight. But again, we will look into this later. And we will be manufacturing third vehicle that will be used for the purpose of certification. But the vehicle will be manufactured this year. So by the end of the year, we should have 3 operational vehicles. 2 for testing, 1 to help us achieving the certification. For test phases, we have successfully completed, most recently, the phase 2. That's a difficult one for me to say. Untethered, piloted, thrust-borne phase. That means thrust-borne, you are using your thrusters. So you are basically a helicopter with multiple rotors or a large drone. You vertically take off, you navigate in your area, within your area, or you maneuver within your area the same as a helicopter would have or a drone would have, and then you use your thrusters to land vertically as well. Next phase will be wing-borne. So we're not going to be in the helicopter phase, we'll be in fully horizontal phase. So the VX4, the vehicle, the aircraft, is supposed to take off horizontally, maneuver horizontally, and land horizontally. And then towards the end of the year, or the second half of the year, will be piloted transition phase. That's the most complex and the most difficult phase. You use your thrusters to take off vertically, transition into horizontal flight, maneuver horizontally, and then transition into vertical landing maneuver as well. So that is that is very good news for me. Strong indication they are on top of their testing phase as well. For the business model, Vertical Aerospace have got some additions to their board of directors, which should help them with the certification phase as well. Very, very experienced and very strong personalities within the business, the aircraft industry as well. And they have been reinforcing their team, whether it's a test pilot team, whether it's, I've already mentioned in my previous video, they have been advertising for jobs. So that means the business have been upscaling their production naturally. We've got some strong partnership with their supplier network. Namely, I would just to pinpoint these leading defense and aerospace industry players. Honeywell, who have recently disclosed cooperation with achr Aviation as well, and for European, Leonardo and Dassault Systems. The defense, or these stocks in particular, have been booming under the current geopolitical climate in Europe. So very strong players. Vertical Aerospace have decided to go with the path of original equipment manufacturer. They reckon this can give them better capital efficiency, and they claim they could be around 75% more efficient than the peer competitors, which is Joby and achr. If they manage to pull this off, we are looking at operational margin about 40%, and that is massive. Yeah, it's not for next couple of years, but long term this could be very interesting for me as an investor. And then we also got mentioned or brought up some their customers. Some of the most interesting ones I would just mention: American Airlines, Avalon, who are a lease company, Japan Airlines, and Bristow. That's the whole earnings call. Lay down. That wasn't the earnings call, but that's the whole earnings call lay down. For the VAS EVTOL Manufacturer Index, let's just repeat what is VAS EVTOL Manufacturer Index. Since EVTOL industry or market is the new emerging market, and we don't have any comparison, we are not like in aircraft or aerospace industry where you have Boeing, you have Airbus, and then you have probably Lockheed Martin in the defense side, but they are the God tier. And then sort of you scale down, you tear down all the way up to your local manufacturers or startup businesses. We don't have this comparison. We can't really put finger on the map and say, or on the chart and say, we stand here. Since eVTOL market is a race to the top, we can't really compare. We don't have any indices to compare the businesses in between each other. So I have developed this index, which consists of 4 different indicators. Each one of them goes from 1 all the way to 10. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the God tier. So for Vertical Aerospace, I didn't see any update on the VAS EVTOL Manufacturer Index. This hasn't changed since my last video. For research and development, we are still 6 out of 10. We are in testing and validation phase. For production capability, we are 5 out of 10. We are in small batch production phase. For certification progress, we are 6 out of 10. Advanced certification settings. And for market engagement, we are 7 out of 10. We are in pre-commercial market engagement. However, most recently there was a little drawback. Again, I don't want to be reflecting on the most recent news. I just want to reflect on that report, that financial year 2024 report purely. For me, again, I've seen a lot of confident and strong statements. I see the business is on the track of their 2030 flight path business plan or business strategy. There are 2 massive downsides. One is delayed certification, 2028. That's probably 2 years behind Joby and Archer. And 2 is the financial situation. So until these 2, or at least the financial situation, is sorted, it's not very attractive for the investors. I'm definitely looking out for more updates. I could recognize, not at the very moment, but I could recognize on Friday that we sort of hit the bottom. The stock price hit the bottom at $3.13 at their all-time low. When I started seeing an upside, I just took the risk. I jumped in. I bought 250 shares for a quick trade when we swing all the way up to $5 or $6, because Vertical Aerospace has been one of the most volatile stocks in the whole eVTOL industry, or in the eVTOL market. However, I might just hold and start trimming all the way up. I'm waiting currently. I'm holding. I'm not looking to buy more. I'm not looking to sell at the moment. I will just hold for next few days, maybe a few weeks, and I will see how this develops. It's a very high risk investment at the moment, but if you are confident in the company, you are buying the stock for peanuts at the moment. So that's my conclusion. As I already said, I'll be keeping you informed on Vertical Aerospace fairly densely. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my previous videos. here you can see your recommended video. Here you will see my playlist. You can catch up with other videos. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other.